If you're familiar with some of the more notable potholes in New Orleans, you'll probably recognize the massive sinkhole on Eaton Street in Algiers. It's gone through many seasonal makeovers through the years, but how does a pothole rise to this level of infamy without the city of New Orleans doing something about it? We dug in to see what's going on below the surface.
A good crawfish boil would stop most New Orleanians in their tracks, but this one holds up traffic for a whole different reason.
How can you miss it? And sometimes it's lit.
The massive sinkhole on the 2500 block of Eaton Street is one of the most recognizable pieces of pothole pop culture in New Orleans.
It's the opposite of look at this hole. It's, hey, look at that hole.
Costumed for the season year-round by its unofficial steward who lives on the block, Shannon Walsh Sanders.
So now it's the crawfish hole. It has plans for May. I have a final plan for a jazz funeral when it gets filled.
Shannon, who, no surprise, is a teacher, has a plan for every season. Thousands have admired her work on the satirical Instagram account Look at This Street, which documents the city's infrastructural shortcomings. It's been dressed as a leprechaun hat, marching boots for Mardi Gras, Mr. Bingle straight from the North Hole, a Thanksgiving turkey, Charlie Brown on Halloween, a Saints jersey, a minion, dolled up for the 4th of July, a rabbit, a snowball, and the tarp and generator for hurricane season. Even got a response from the Weather Channel's Jim Cantori.
It's fun, and the neighbors like it, the kids on the school bus like it. Grandparents, parents, they walk their kids, they come on the bicycles to see it. Lots of people stop and take pictures with it. So it hasn't done any harm.
Shannon has lived in this neighborhood her whole life. The pothole, she estimates, moved in about 5 years ago.
I've been on the street for 24 years. So the pothole showed up one summer.
Here it is on Google Street View, captured in October of 2019 with just a few cones thrown in. Eventually, someone added an orange barrel, but that was run over by a car, and Shannon felt it needed some pizzazz.
And I don't know, it was Christmas time, and I can't really say what the inspiration was. Might have been liquid. And I said, I'm going to decorate the pothole. It's going to be, you know, making it a Christmas tree.
Neighbors pitched in to add flocking, wrapped presents, and remote-controlled lights, and things snowballed.
Then it just sort of became what's next.
What was next? Internet fame, and eventually the attention of artist and author Shannon Atwater.
It's really fun when people have a personal connection to a pothole.
For her children's book, Goodnight Potholes, she picked her favorite decorated potholes around the city, including 4 designs from Eaton Street.
I needed a good balance of holidays and fun things, so just ones that I liked personally, really.
The book brings levity to the litter and critters, shells, and smells of New Orleans, and of course, its many bumps in the road.
I just think that our city is filled with so much creativity and good humor that even things like our terrible infrastructure can be turned into fun art that we can all bond over, and I love it.
But the story of Eaton Street goes much deeper than crumbling asphalt. The city of New Orleans tells us, quote, Eaton was a total reconstruction project at the turn of the millennium. The subsurface and utilities were replaced and the street was repaved back in 2000. 23 years later, the whole street is downright wavy. Water ponds and stays when it rains, indicating that something has been sinking for some time. And in the WWLTV archives, we found this report from Bill Capo in November of 2010.
So I'm contacting both the Sewerage and Water Board and the city's Public Works Department, asking them both to come out here, figure out what's going on under the surface that's causing the subsidence.
That sinkhole was just a few houses down from our subject. You can still see the repair, which was made after Bill's report.
We are very upset about it because it's been over a year and it's a huge hole. It's not a pothole, it's not a sinkhole, it's a dishwasher hole. You could put a dishwasher in this hole easily.
But it begs the question, what has been going on under Eaton Street for at least 13 years? And how does a pothole now immortalized in a children's book not get the kind of attention the neighbors deserve?
I just think maybe that the asphalt's not holding up.
The Department of Public Works tells us it's, quote, actively looking for a solution to address the problem. But Shannon knows, compared to some other infrastructure issues in New Orleans,
I think it's a very small fish to fry.
the Eats on Street sinkhole may have staying power, but Shannon doesn't see it as a speed bump. After all, no one has crashed into the hole since it took on its own personality.
There's physically nothing that I can do to change the infrastructure of the city, and a lot of us can't, right? And so until that gets done, I'd rather just have, you know, I'd rather have this than a nasty pothole.
We're just not sure if those jazz funeral plans will get the green light anytime soon.
So, yeah, I would hope this one gets fixed. I hope they all get fixed. But in the meantime,
I love that.
I'm going to continue with the Holy Wars.
I love the Holy Wars. The Holy Wars. And Shannon told me that her dad always used to say it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. And
So
that's really what she's doing
This is her lighting
here.
a candle.
Oh my
and
gosh,
hopefully getting
yes.
some attention to it.
And she's having so much fun while she's doing
I
it.
mean, yeah, and
yeah.
as long as nobody is damaging their car, I guess you can have a good laugh.
Yeah, she says everything's got to come out of the hole every time, so she's not littering, not damaging the environment in any way.
No,
So,
I think it's fine.
she has a great time.
So any plans for that jazz funeral? No time soon?
We'll wait. DPW, call me. I don't know. We'll been waiting for an answer, so we'll see.
So is Shannon. She's been waiting quite a while.
Yes, she really has.